Hey everyone, I hope that you are doing well. It is that time to do a Tamed Wild after the box review. I got a shipment notification that the next box is coming. So we're going to talk about some changes that are coming to Tamed Wild after we go through this box real quick. I just want to let you know I am coming off of the worst stomach virus I have had since pregnancy. And it felt like a fight for my life. I was gonna do this video yesterday, but my throat was so raw from being so sick. I couldn't talk, and lots of hot fluids today to help soothe it. And we're just gonna we're gonna try to get through it. I'm gonna do another review right after this video for the Goddess Provisions box, and in that one we're going to talk about the giveaway that we are 2 subscribers away from reaching. So comment below if you want an entry. All comments will be entered into an entry for that. But let's do the review real quick. Let me look at the card and we will. So the Ostara wall hanging I have hanging up over my Ostara altar. The pretty little pink and, or I'm sorry, purple and white banner that with the butterflies and fairies on it. And then we have, oh, I didn't get this paper out. Okay. It came with the, well, let's talk about this bottle, this pretty moth bottle. Probably about a 12-ounce bottle, I would say, that I have not used for anything because the ritual that came with the box wanted me to bury this bottle, and I was like, what? It's a brand new bottle. I haven't even sullied the insides with the failed essential oil concoction yet. So I'm holding on to this bottle, and I'm going to find something worthy to put into it, but it's not going to get buried. And so then we had the parchment paper and the glass pen and ink. And if you remember, I had told you when I opened it that I already had a glass pen and some ink. And so this is the pen that came with the box. This pretty little blue and silvery spiral pen, and it came with the black ink. And I didn't notice then, but there is, I don't know if I can, I just shook it, so probably not. There's a little bit of a gold sparkle in the pigment of this ink. Sorry. So here is a sample. I took a piece of the parchment paper, and here's a little sample. My penmanship is horrific. This is what it looks like on the paper. Not quite as pigmented as I thought it was going to be, but it still works. In comparison to my other pen, I will say this one has kind of a rough spot on it that, when you're writing with a glass pen, it's kind of learning to write all over again, because as you write and the ink comes down these little wells here, and flows onto the paper, in order to use all of the ink, you kind of have to roll it as you write and find the groove. And this one kind of has on one of the sides, it's got a little niche that'll make it scratch a little bit. And apparently professionals know how to fix that, which I am not. But it works fairly well. I wanted to show you what I did with it. So this is my first glass pen that I got in a set. And I got it from Temu, for those of you that are interested. And it came in a little box, and it came with the pen rest, which I cannot figure out how, for the life of me, how to operate because of the shape. And then it came with this little jar that I'm assuming you can either pour your ink in to dip. I've been breaking stuff. I've been writing this morning. You can see a little green ink. You can pour the ink in to dip your pen, or maybe you can put your water in there if you're going to use multiple colors to rinse your pen. I've not used this, but it came in a little styrofoam container, and I wanted to store all of it together. And I just so happened to have had a cigar box that a friend had given me a long time ago. A partial wood cigar box, pretty decent. I've held on to it for quite a while. Didn't know what I was going to do with it. And now I know it was meant for this. So I have the cigar box, and then I had some scrapbook paper that had this fancy script writing on it. So I covered it with some rubber cement and laid the scrap paper down. I had some washi tape that I used to cover up the red parts of the box. Not very well, mind you, because, I was in a hurry to get this done. And then I was kind of upset with myself after I was done. I was like, well, I should have covered the inside of the box too, because it's this bright glaring red. But then I was like, oh, but the word inspirato is there, and that means inspiration, so it kind of fits. And then here is how I have my pens and the ink stored. And this styrofoam came with the set that I got from Temu, and these 4 inks right here. And so I just kind of have everything stored in there, and I think it's a nice little box. So all in all, $28 for the box. It was a fairly decent box, and I'll get lots of use out of the pen, maybe a little use out of the parchment, and eventually some use out of the bottle. Now, Tamed Wild, they did a survey a little while ago, a couple of weeks ago, because it was after we received the last box, but they sent out the email this week with their changes coming to Tamed Wild. They are moving from a monthly box to a quarterly subscription box, and they are doing away altogether with the tea monthly box. So the quarterly box will be after shipping. I believe the email said $56 a month, and they are going to be focusing on, she said, larger items that are more and larger items that are centered more around the Sabbats. So it'll be interesting how they do that, because there's 8 Sabbats, there's 4 quarters. I don't know if they'll combine or if they'll just pick one or what they're going to do there. My concern was I am 3 months into a yearly subscription that I prepaid for, and Tamed Wild doesn't offer any kind of discounts when you prepay. So Danielle at Tamed Wild and I had an email conversation back and forth where we kind of were hashing that out. And to be honest, it works out in my benefit, because we did the math. Sorry, it's got a small wave of nausea. I'm still not 100%. We did the math, and I will be getting 4 of the quarterly boxes, so a whole year, even though I've already received 3 boxes, plus a $28 credit to the shop, so like a whole nother box worth of credit. So I'm happy with that. My concern does lie in some of the concerns of the Tamed Wild community is, as late as these boxes come, are we going to get what the focus is before the Sabbath that it's intended for? Because that's been an issue in the past. So we'll wait and we'll see. I know Tamed Wild has done a lot to try to stay in the subscription box community. And they are constantly evolving and constantly changing. So I'm sure they will take whatever feedback we give them from these quarterly boxes and apply it. So that's the news from Tamed Wild. It will no longer be a monthly box. It will be a quarterly box. And so we are anxious to see what comes out of that and how they do that. And leave me a comment below if you got a Tamed Wild box and let me know how you used your items. Pardon me. Y'all, it's rough. And, oh, my stomach hurts when I laugh. But just also leave a comment down below so you can be entered into the giveaway, which I will talk more about in the next review coming shortly. Okay? You guys take care. Love y'all. Bye.